super highs out of my range. But good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome once again to the Mental Health Minute. In case you're new, my name is Jalen Smith, and I am your gracious and wonderful host. So I know you were confused at the beginning of this week's broadcast. You probably thought it was just going to be 3 minutes of me singing along to one of my all-time favorite songs. That, might I add, is about a half octave outside of my vocal range, but I'm actually demonstrating number 2 of my coping mechanisms, grounding. Grounding, simply stated, is bringing you back to reality during an anxiety attack. And because an anxiety attack is often the response to some trigger, grounding shifts your focus from the trigger to something else that's often more tangible. I usually use the 5-4-3-2-1 method when I'm in public. In that method, you name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can touch, and 1 positive thing about yourself. Observing these other things allows you to step away from the triggers to notice other things. I also use a similar method with music. I've been singing since I was 5, if you can believe it, and I used to do theater, which also brought me a lot of peace. Lately, I've used music in a different way, and when I hear a song while I'm having an anxiety attack and sing along, I often try to listen to the individual instruments that are playing, listening for the harmony, seeing if I can pick out individual parts, and then listening intently to the words from the musicians and vocalists. Breaking apart the song in this manner helps me come down from an anxiety attack. Specifically, a couple of weeks ago, I left work early for a friend of mine to help in an event he was having. I wasn't quite sure about the setup or what my role would be, and I went into a full-blown panic attack in heavy traffic during rush hour. It was scary and stressful, but I had my headphones and I turned them on and listened to the music and began to sing along, hear the instruments, the vocals, and the words. By the time I got to the event, I was in full-blown worship. You see, grounding helped me out of the anxiety attack, but the focus on the lyrics reminded me of God's goodness and mercy and loving kindness, and that's what allowed me to stay out of anxiety attack mode for the rest of the night. Find your coping mechanism, and if you can incorporate that into worship, that's even better. We want to make sure that we're utilizing what we already do as a part of our coping mechanisms. So you think about that again. Last week's number 1 coping mechanism was journaling, and today's coping mechanism is grounding. We'll talk about some more in future episodes, but until next week, be well, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Have a good one.